So, all right, can I have your attention on the board right now? Okay, we are going to the next topic, which is frustum of a cone. All right, frustum of a cone is basically what you're seeing in on the screen right now. That is frustum of a cone. That's how it is formed. Okay, you take a cone. Okay, you take a cone. This is a cone here. You slice the cone with a plane, okay, but basically you cut the cone from the middle, okay, but it is like this, not middle, it can be anywhere. I can cut from here, I can cut from here, I can cut from here, but I'm slicing it off. So it's a three-dimensional thing. If you cut it off, what will this shape be? Remaining shape on top here, what will it be? Can you raise your hands and tell me? What will this shape remain here? Shripriya, what will this remaining shape be? Cone only, okay. The top part which is removed is again a cone. It's not any other shape. It's a miniature size cone, which is similar to the first cone. Are you getting me? Yeah. The angles and all involved here are similar. Yeah. Anyhow, so it's a 3D shape. So anyhow, so we take it off. We take that cone off. Take the top cone off. What is remaining is called the frustum of a cone. Are we good with this? Can we all visualize this? Is this clear? Yeah. Frustum is formed by other objects also. That is why they are using this frustum of a cone. Okay. For our purposes, 10th class purposes, frustum will be from cone only. Okay, Riza, thank you for asking that. Yeah. Frustum generally means piece cut off. Okay. Frustum is a Latin word meaning piece cut off. Cut off. Its plural is frusta. Okay. We good with that? Yeah. So that's why we are saying fully no of a cone we are saying, because it can be formed from other objects also. Good with that? Yeah. Now we're going to go into the formulae involved in frustum of a cone. Okay. Let's write a new heading, new side heading. You don't need to leave place and all for the previous thing. Just write a new heading. Frustum of a cone. Okay. We're going to look at the formula and also the logic. Sometimes some people are able to do this question with just logically also, so I'll just explain what logic is involved here also. Frustum of a cone, and then we can actually nothing. This is I will come to finding. It will also have surface area, total surface area, lateral surface area, and volume. It will have all of that. So we're going to write those formula. Okay, right. So you draw a frustum of a cone, something like this. Okay. It may be open, may not be open. No, just like a cylinder. If it is a solid cylinder, it's not open. Sometimes it's closed. Okay. So you see, you have a common thing which is in the shape of a frustum, which you see in your house is a bucket. Yeah. Ulta frustum. Yeah. Tell me what did it say, Mansa? Dog food thing. Dog food thing will be mostly like this only, no? Yeah. Yes, good point, Mansa. Yeah. So these are common things which we already. This is a shape which is more common in our life than probably a cone, which rarely comes. Yeah. So we good with this? Yeah. Now let's look at this. Okay. Now actually this is a part of a. Can I have all your attention on the board? Okay, drawing later. Can I have all your attention on the board now? Now this is a part of an actual cone. Okay, this is a part of an actual cone. That part I'm just drawing with this red ink. Okay, red with the orange ink. Now this might have been my bigger cone. Okay, my actual cone in the beginning. Okay, think this is straight. Okay, now anyhow, now you see my actual cone which was there in the beginning. That cone had some height. Yeah, this would be its height fully till here. Yeah, that cone had some radius. Same way the cone which is cut off has some radius. This cut off cone also has some height. Yeah. Now these all measurements might become important. Okay, because sometimes some questions might come which you can solve easily using this. So let's look at these measurements. Same way slant height also. This is my slant height of the previous cone, first cone, original big cone. This is the slant height of my cutoff cone. Of my frustum, what is the slant height? Only this much. Can you see? This is the slant height of my frustum. Are you following me? Any problem with this? Be good with that? Okay. Chalo, now think about this. Okay, let this be. This is my in this diagram. If you see carefully, let us label it off. Okay, let us label it off for simplicity. So let's call the full big thing as L1. Is that okay? Instead of L, we are calling it as L1. And the smaller cone here, let me draw this. Actually, let me draw it in different colors. So green, I'm drawing the full bigger one. Okay, chalo, green name. Green say I'll draw the full bigger one. Okay, so let's call this as L1. Okay, L1, R1, and H1. Is that okay? Full thing is H1. Any problem with this? With orange, I will draw the small column. Okay, the small cone which was cut off and thrown away. So this is L2. This is R2. This is H2. Is that okay? Now I want you to notice one interesting thing. Okay, L2, R2, H2. I'm taking see, we remember set square wala experiment. Both are cones, both can be formed by set squares, no? Okay. This is L1, R1, and H1. Okay. Full. Yeah. What can you say about these two triangles? They are similar. They're both right, yes. They're both right triangles, but they're also similar because this angle is same. These two are parallel, no? To make the frustum only, the cutting which I did, the cutting which I did was parallel to the base. Yeah, I think that is something I forgot to mention earlier, no? But the cutting has to be parallel. If I cut in the side way, it will not be a frustum. You're getting me? Yeah. Top also, side circular cone only I have to cut. So this cutting was parallel, which means this and this is parallel. So obviously this angle and this angle is equal, corresponding angles. Double A criteria, the two triangles are similar. You can also use triple A. This angle is obviously similar, same as this angle, triple A criteria. Getting it? Which means, this are you following?
Yes.
Okay. Which means in big original cone and the cone which is cut off and the cone cut off and thrown away to form the frustum, can I say that the ratio of sides will be the same? Because the two triangles are similar, my ratio of sides will be same. So R2 by R1, or you can write R1 by R2, R1 by R2, this by this will be equal to this by this, is equal to H1 by H2 is equal to L1 by L2. Does that make sense? Yeah. Please note, in none of this measurement is directly of the, see, height. This is full height. This is this height. What is the height of the frustum? How will I get the height of the frustum? Can someone tell me height of the frustum? How will I get? Yes, Tulsi. Perfect. Height of the full cone minus height of the top cone. That is this much part. This is the height of the frustum. How will I get the slant height of the frustum? Same, L1 minus L2. But radius is no, radius, it has two bases, R1 also, R2 also. Are you following me here? Yeah. Does this make sense to everyone? Okay. So let's write that much also. Okay. So height of frustum is equal to H1 minus H2. Slant height of frustum is equal to L1 minus L2. Is that okay? Yeah. Radii of two bases. Now in the frustum there are two bases, no? Two bases are there. This is all. This is one base. This is one base. No use. This is one base, and this is one base. Are you getting it? Two bases are there, no? In a bucket, obviously one part is open, but you cover the bucket. Top there will be one covering, down there will be one covering. So those are two bases. Both bases will have their area. Can you think of that? Pi r square, pi r1 square, pi r2 square. Yeah. Both bases have their radii, right? So it is radii of two bases are R1 and R2. Is that okay? Are you following whatever we have talked about frustum so far? All right. We'll come to the formula in a bit. So far, what we have written, can you take that down? Yeah. Right, guys. Can I have your attention back on the board now? Okay. So this was just some common sense, some logic. Okay. That is, this will not, sometimes it might not come so handy because they will not give you H1, H2. So they'll not give you H1 of this. They'll just give you this frustum ka dimensions only. Okay. Which is basically most of our questions are going to be. In that case, we'll use the formula of the frustum directly. Okay. Sometimes they might give you this much size cone is cut off from the previous this much size cone. In that case, this will come useful. You following me? Yeah. Now we're going to move into the frustum now, specifically the frustum. Okay. I want to look at this frustum very closely. Okay. This is my frustum. Okay. I'm going to draw that again. This is my frustum. Now in this frustum, if you see, if you notice, my H is very clear. Okay, H is H1 minus H2, already very clear. Yeah, you have one radius here, R1, and let's call the smaller radius R2. This is also clear. The trick is, how do we find L? See, L1 minus L2 is there, that is there for sure, but L1 and L2 will usually not be given. Okay, so how do we find this L? Remember cone? We found L by root over Pythagoras theorem, right? We're going to use the Pythagoras theorem here also. I want you to see carefully. I'm going to take a cross section of this, okay? I'm going to take a cross section of this. Same way. I'll get a trapezium. Yeah. I'll get this trapezium. Is that okay? This is H. This is R1. So this is R2. This is R1. And this is L. Everyone okay so far? Abhi, are you following? Yeah. The interesting part is not just, see, it is a trapezium, correct, because this and this is parallel. But one more thing is this and this is 90 degree. Because it's both a right circular cone, right? This was also right circular cone, this was also right circular cone. So I have cut this and this is also 90 degree. Are you following me here, Bindu? Now, which means what I will do is I will take this triangle I will take. Good with that? If I make another triangle here, this will be how much? Same as H. Yeah. What will this be? Tell me, Tulsi. R1, that is full thing, minus R2. Good with that? Because this, I'm going to form, this is 90-90, no? So this, here I have formed a rectangle. Because I formed this rectangle, this R2 and this much will be also R2. Yeah. So this will be R1 minus R2. Are we good? Yeah. So what I get is L is equal to root over this square plus this square, root over H square plus R1 minus R2 ka whole square. Are we good with that? Yeah, remember this is inside the bracket, so to first subtract then take square. Okay, Asghar, following? Yeah, using Pythagoras theorem, you get this. Any problem? Okay. Now this is the first important formula here. Now, slant height of frustum. Okay. This is the first important formula here, apart from the things that we have seen so far. Okay. Now, second point. Okay. Volume of frustum of a cone. Frustum of cone likhte hain. Volume of frustum of cone. Now this is equal to, here, see, there is a way I can derive the formula also, but I think that's not much helpful right now. So we'll write the formula by heart. Okay. Let's pay attention to how we write the formula. I'll give you a trick to remember also. 1 by 3. So normally cone is what? 1 by 3 pi r square h, no? So everything, this much part you write as it is. Okay. 1 by 3 pi h. Bracket in place of r square, we'll not get r square, we'll get something else. R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 R2. Is that okay? Here also there is, you see, R1 into R2, it's becoming 2 dimension multiplied by this 3 dimension. Okay. Everyone okay with this formula? Yeah. Now there is a way of derivation, but we are not going into that. Okay. Yaad kar lo formula. All frustum problems you will be able to solve. Okay, that's all. Now third question, a third thing which we'll need is curved surface area. Curved surface area of frustum or lateral surface area of frustum. Yeah, curved surface area in cone. What is the curved surface area? Anyone quickly? Dinesh, cone ka curved surface area is how much? It's sad to see, Dinesh, that you can't say. Yes, Dinesh, pi r l. Okay. Here it will also be similar. Pi in place of r something else then l. Okay. In place of r you will have r1 plus r2. Is that okay? Yeah. Formula easy to by heart. I'm giving you hints to by heart also right now. Okay. Fourth thing is what? Total surface area. Last thing. Total surface area. Can we quickly tell you? Quickly tell what will come? What is total surface area will be? Can you see this? You know this part is pi rl. This part is pi r1 plus r2 into l. What is remaining? The top circle and the bottom circle. So how much will I add? Wrong. MG, both the r are not equal. Pi bracket. So first you will. So total surface area is basically CSA plus area of top base plus area of bottom base. Is that okay? Huh? Once this is done, you will get pi into r1 plus r2 into l plus pi r1 square plus pi r2 square. Is that okay? Yeah. Any question with this? Yeah. Can we do this? Yeah. Any question comes in which you know r1 and r2 and you know h. Can you find everything? If you know r1, you know r1 and r2, you know h. You can find l. If you know all these three, you can find volume, you can find course surface area, you can find this. Okay with that? Yeah, that's all that is there to know in frustum. Remaining is questions. We will do that set tomorrow. Okay. Can you take this down now?